difficult on myself. And when I went to get my fabric, I actually decided that I was going to make sure that these little plant looking blocks would be plant colors. Now, I'm making this baby quilt for my great nephew to be. He's due at the end of March, beginning of April, so I got to get busy. And I have more than I need for fat quarters, but I just wanted to give myself a little bit of a flexibility, just so if I'm cutting out a specific animal or plant that I could pull and mix and match a little bit more. Now they're doing Southwest colors, so that's going to explain all of these. I just wanted to go with reds and oranges, a couple of golds, and a couple browns just for some neutrals. Now, in addition to that, in the pattern, you will also find out that you need some black and white. But then, like I said, I didn't want my plants to be red and orange or brown. No one wants dead plants on a baby quilt. So I did go ahead and grab 3 different fat quarters of different shades of green. Now, all of these are the Moda Grunge line fabrics. And then this is my background fabric. This is also going to be my binding and my backing fabric. So this should be a really, really pretty quilt. I'm just going to lay these out for you just so you can kind of get a better idea of how they're going to play together. And then I'll also show you what I have in my project box to begin with and a few tools that I'm going to grab before I start cutting things out. Oh, this is going to be so pretty. I'm so excited about this. Okay, so there's my beautiful color assortment for my quilt and my pattern. Now, in addition to that are 3 of my design boards. Now, I keep these in here because, well, they fit perfectly inside my box. It's almost like I designed that and did that on purpose. I did. If you haven't made yourself any design boards and you're interested in them, make sure you check out my channel because I have a video on how to do these with your sewing machine. No duct tape, no glue, no hot glue. And I use fleece instead of batting. It keeps your design boards really nice. And you can just use a lint roller and quickly and easily get any little strings and stuff off of them, which you can tell that I need to do that before I start this project. All right, so that is what is in my project box right now. I'm going to stack some of these fabrics up a little bit just so they're not all bunched up, so we can close this up. Now, to get started with this project, I'm going to warn you, there are a lot of little pieces in Elizabeth Hartman designs. So I have 3 sets of my alphabet tiles that I have in this sweet little box. So they're going to be definitely hanging out with that project box when I'm cutting out all of those blocks and different elements for the quilt. And then in addition to that, I also have a big zippered bag of binding clips. And you may remember I want to use those just to clip those tiles onto the fabric so nobody goes crazy and goes floating away or fall into the floor or anything like that because, well, I have pets and a husband. Now, you might be wondering when we're going to start this great project. Well, we're going to start it on my birthday. So March 6th is going to be the first video that posts for the Delightful Desert Quilt Along, and we're just going to be cutting and organizing our pieces, and that's all that video is going to go over. And then the next week we'll start assembling some of the blocks. So for today, all you get is a heads up that we are going to be doing this as a sew along. This is the next up in my craft room, and it's the next up that we will be doing together. I hope some of you guys join me. Let me know in the comments down below if you plan on joining or if you've done any of the other Elizabeth Hartman quilts. I've done a couple of her quilts. I did the Forest Friends quilt. Actually, I did the Forest Friends baby quilt for my other great nephew, who's going to be a big brother to this great nephew. And then I also did the Norm and Nanette quilt, although I think I just did Norm. And that was a quilt I put together for our good friend Chuck. And that was a very fun quilt to put together for him. So those are the 2 quilts that I've done that are Elizabeth Hartman. I have a pile of her patterns though, and I plan on starting to do more of them just because they're so fun and so cute. And it's always so surprising to me how much detail that she can get into a pieced block and how easy they really come together once you figure out how to read that pattern. So if you don't have the pattern, go find yourself one if you're interested in doing the sew along with me. And just remember, we'll be doing the baby quilt or the small quilt on the back of the book. Until next time, find joy in all you do. Carve out some time for crafting and creating. And remember, it's always better when you make stuff up.